perspective. Hope y'all having a blessed day. First, I want to say nothing in this video is financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. So, give y'all a chance to come in. Let y'all get those notifications back for another live stream. Uh, Hopefully y'all caught my most recent decode because that's what we gonna talk about today, fam. What's going on, Ibrahim? Peace and blessings, family. Uh, if you notice, Ibrahim, you are now a moderator. So I appreciate you, fam, for accepting that task. I appreciate it. What's going on, Dana? World Boss? What's up, fam? What's up, Cheap Seats? Peace and blessings, family. What's going on, Frederick? Peace and blessings, family. Oh, I thought that was Frederick coming in because you're a moderator. You highlighted in blue. So now I got to make sure that I take a good look at it. What's up, World Boss? Mr. D. Kowalski, what's going on, family? How y'all doing today? What's up, Joy? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Did y'all catch my most recent decode? Y'all saw the decode that I did today? Doing great in Ohio. Ohio in the building. Because it said you are queer. Dana says, yeah, it was awesome. We are getting flooded out over here in California. Wow. Sorry to hear that, fam. Our prayers are with you. Yes, the decode was speaking, fam. Yeah. You see, they underestimate the power that we have. And when they do things like that, they make us dig deeper because we can all get the answers if we really seek the answers. All we have to do is go to the numbers. You know what I'm saying? All we have to do is go to the numbers. And the numbers go tell us. What did it say? I spy. Well, I'm not a spy. So who was that term referring to? Who was that term referring to? I spy. Right? For sure, Ibrahim. For sure. I spy. Who they spying on? We already know. And another thing that blew me away is the exact same numbers matched to Ashen's community. Yep, referring to familiar spirits. Why did a lot of terminology about CERN come up? Right? A lot of different terminology about CERN came up. We know they're not using CERN for the benefit of mankind. We know that's not of God. So why did CERN keep coming up? You know what I'm saying? You see, we all know that we taking a chance when it comes to investing. We already have that understood, right? That wasn't a coincidence. That is directly mentioned Ashen's community. I'm trying to tell you, family. I'm trying to tell you. I feel something about to pop in 4 days. Maybe, Iggy. Hope so. What's up, Wyola? Iggy be in the building. See if I can block some of this sun. At least some of it. JB died yesterday. Who is JB? I know you're not saying Joe Biden. What's up, Alexander? I see Pouya in the building. What's going on, fam? What's up, Ross? That's the only JB I know, Joe Biden. But Gematria told me Joe Biden been gone. See, a lot of these people that you think are the original people are not the original people. They've been replaced. On both sides. On the good side and the bad side. What's up, Great? I wanted to look at that term. They had another term that came up that I wanted to speak on. Oh, that's it. I spy and let me, no, it says I spy and lie to me some more. Lie to me some more. What's up, Pino? I think I saw Kowalski. What's up, X-Rapid? $12,000 per coin. I wonder if my buy order went through. Let me check. Because it was cheaper than that when I set my buy order. So my buy order should have went through. Love you too, fam. Appreciate it. No, I didn't get in. For some reason, my buy order didn't go through, but the price went up to 12,000. The price went up to 12,000 for XRP, XXRPL2. That's crazy. Yeah, it happens sometimes. Or they just trying to keep us out. Hi, 5D fam, millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires. That's what's up. What's up, Kowalski? I'm just trying to take a look at something right quick. Bro got $1. If y'all take a look, the price is still the same on the Alcor. So Alcor and the XPR Explorer is giving different prices. It's still one XRP-LT under XRP-L2. It's still at the same price. So that may be a glitch that we seeing on the Explorer. Christmas keep coming up. You right, World Boss. You right. I think Kowalski brought that up yesterday also. But yeah, Christmas keeps coming up. Christmas keeps coming up. And I think there's a reason to that. XZito.xtz. New coins. Okay. Yep. You see, fam, they know we know what's going on. They know we know what's going on. What's up, Sunseeker? And you know something I did, right? I went back and found some of the messages that Bob and Alice was posting on my videos. Now let me tell you something. If a person is off on their interpretations, if a person don't really understand what they're talking about, then that person can be shown the right way, right? See, that Bob and Alice is again, right? Bob and Alice is an agent. Now my question is this. Bob and Alice called me an idiot, said I had a low IQ. This is what Bob and Alice told me on different videos. I have a low IQ. Me trying to help people and show people things they may not see, because if a person doesn't understand something or doesn't know the deep details of something, what I would do is I would come to that person, extend my hand, and show them the truth. Right? That's what people do. That's what people who operate from love do. Bob and Alice didn't do that. Bob and Alice told me I have a low IQ. With all of the things that I've accomplished in my life, I have a low IQ. Does that make sense, family? We supposed to trust a person like this? Damn, that's a high price. World Boss says not at all. Why didn't Alice and Bob and Alice come and say, hey, Ashen, I appreciate the work you're trying to do, but there are some things you don't understand. Let me show you what's really going on. Bob and Alice never came to me like that. Bob and Alice was disrespectful. Bob and Alice mentioned about my account being doxxed on the XPR Explorer and that people can find me. Why would somebody want to find me? Like, what am I doing so bad to where a person will want to find me and get 100 you know what's put in them? Why would somebody want? All I'm doing is trying to help. All I'm trying to do is help. And you mean to tell me out of all the things going on in the world, somebody wants to find me because I'm just trying to help? Bob and Alice never came to me like that. Bob and Alice never came to me like that. You see what I'm saying? It makes no sense. Not Bob and Alice saying, brother, I appreciate you and I'm sorry. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to trust someone like that. It's hard to trust someone like that, family. At first, it was all about the Anchor wallet. Bob and Alice said, don't get the Anchor wallet. You know, only get Weboff. Well, if I could get another wallet that's only 99 cents, that only I have control over, don't you think it would be smart if we can to give ourselves more options? Because I'm just saying, some of you don't have the Anchor wallet, so Weboff is all you have, you know? But what if something goes down with Weboff? We have no more options. We have all our eggs in one basket. We have all of our eggs in one basket. That's all I was saying about the Anchor wallet. If it's Weboff, then so be it, because we all have Weboff wallets. You know what I'm saying? But if we can get the Anchor wallet and have put a few assets over there just in case, why not? Why not? But almost I'm 600 something videos deep trying to help the community and bring awareness to these coins, and someone calls me low IQ. Like, certain things is hard to come back from, fam. Certain things hard to come back from. Why am I low IQ? Because I may not understand something? X Rapper says Anchor is the holy grail. Right? That's another thing I want to bring up. See, that's frequency right there, right? What's up, Black Richie Rich? Bob and Alice said, see, this is very suspect. This is very suspect. Because Bob and Alice is saying I own over 150 .gm wallets, right? Well, do you know, right before I came here to do this live, that's the very message that I went found and screenshotted. Do you think it's a coincidence that the very sentence that Bob and Alice spoke of, talking about I own 150 .gm wallets, now Bob and Alice is bringing up I have 150 .gm wallets? Hey fam, I'm telling you, because he told me in the comment section that do not get the Anchor wallets. But you telling me not to get the Anchor wallets, but you have 150 of them. Make that make sense, family. Make it make sense, please. Telling you not to get one GM wallet, but they have 150 of them. I don't understand it. Let me get some air rolling, because I'm starting. Once I start getting heated up, my temperature takes off, fam. Y'all have no idea. So let me get some air on me right quick. World Boss says confused spirit. What's up, Scoopy? World Boss said don't trust Rick because Crypto Rick is with the WEF, World Economic Forum. But without Rick, we wouldn't know about Merkle tree roots for your BSV. We wouldn't know about Anchor Wallet. We wouldn't know how to remove trust lines from your coins on the Zyman wallet or on the Stellar network, because these coins are IOUs. So when you learn how to remove trust lines, that's beneficial. None of us knew how powerful Corium was going to be. Rick did the interview with BSV, people from BSV and from Nexus. But Rick is with the World Economic Forum. Come on, fam. Come on, fam. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Call me low IQ. Instead of coming and saying, I appreciate what you're doing, but let me show you what's really going on. Because Alice and Bob only wants us to be in Web-Off. Well, we have Web-Off, but if we can get Anchor wallets and have our coins on a platform that's not KYC, a wallet that's not KYC, and Alcor is not KYC, why should we not pay attention to this? What's up, Knight Rider? What's up, Jason? Because I promise you, when them regulations come out and everybody have their coins in one place, who knows what they may make you do to keep your coins. Oh, if you want to have your wallet, and your wallet is this, you have to get KYC. Just like X Rapid says, you need KYC with Web-Off because that's tied to the federal government, right? So who knows, in the future, you KYC, you got your Alcor wallet, right? You got your Alcor wallet. I mean, not your Alcor, your Web-Off wallet. You have millions of dollars in your wallet, and then they tell you to be compliant, you have to get the digital ID. Not only do you have to get the digital ID, you have to submit your biometrics, your eye scan, your fingerprint scan. Oh, you have the Web-Off wallet, you have millions of dollars there. Oh, you want to access your money, you have to get this quantum tattoo to access it. Now you see why they want to trap as many people into Web-Off as they can. Now do you see why? It's a reason, family. This is the system they are building. This is the world global system. Now, my hope is that we can obtain some type of wealth before they fully implement this, and we can operate outside of the system because we have property, we have gold, silver, we have prepared ourselves. But you have to understand, the majority of the world have no idea what's coming. Because once they roll out that quantum tattoo, you don't think it's going to be linked to your digital ID, your social credit score, your biometrics? They have to have everybody in one place. So why would you tell the community not to get the Anchor wallet when you have 150? Why didn't you stop at 5? You kept getting them, 150 .gm accounts. It makes no sense, family. They want to come and tell us that Rick is with the World Economic Forum, when Rick bought so much valuable information to this community. I didn't know how to bridge my Corium, my Pulsera, and all those things to the XRPL. I learned that from Rick. I didn't know about the Merkle tree root. None of you knew how to change your keys on your Anchor wallet. Who gave us that information? Right? Cryptocurrent, Crypto Rick. But then Bob and Alice wants to come here and tell us that we buying scam coins when it clearly says potential scam coin on the Alcor wallet. So we see it when we buying it. So what are you really trying to do? And remember, my decode, the same numbers came up from what I decoded today to Ashen's community. And you know what came up in that decode? Silver coins. It didn't say coin with the singular. It was plural. It said silver coins. But you see, I'm low IQ. So I'm not supposed to know the difference between singular and plural because I'm low IQ. You see what I'm saying? I'm low IQ. We see what they rolling out. We exposing it all. Alcor is not KYC. Anchor Wallet is not KYC. You only need to KYC it when you want to get the green or black check mark. And you know what happened to me? I had all my wallets KYC through Metallicus, right? My Anchor wallets. Now, none of my Anchor wallets are KYC. None of them are KYC. And let me tell you something. I had a falling out with them. They said, well, look, we go remove. Ashton, do you have a non-KYC account? No, I have all of my accounts that are KYC'd with WebAuth only. All of my Anchor wallets are not KYC because something happened and they said, look, we just go remove your KYC status. And when they removed my KYC status, I was like, damn, I got a little bit down on myself, right? Say, man, I was doing too much. But then I said, well, I forgot the numbers of the answers. Let me go to these numbers and see what the numbers say. And when I put in something about losing my KYC status, not having the green check mark anymore, you know what the universe told me? They have already verified you. Just like that. It came up just like some things you never forget. That's exactly how it came up. They have already verified you. Once I saw that, nothing else to worry about. I still get my same messages from the universe telling me that I'm a multimillionaire in the future. Jason says I had the same. So sometimes I feel like the universe did that to save me from something. Maybe what I thought was hurting me helped me. Maybe the removal of the green ticker saved me from something in the future. What's up, Mega? Ross says, yes, you have your answers. It said it just like that, fam. They have already verified you. Ross says, who is the universe? Cosmic intelligence, Ross. The Akashic records. The celestials. Your higher self. Your guardian angels. And I can go on and on. The triple blackness of space. And you notice a lot of the wallets on Alcor, the top holders don't have a check mark. You notice that, right? We're not about to put all our eggs in one basket. When they do the revaluation and these currencies take off, we gonna be able to go to the banks and the banks gonna kiss our ass because of what we hold. We gonna be able to go to redemption centers and swap out our currency for whatever fiat currency they may have or for whatever digital currency they may have. We have our gold, silver, platinum, palladium, copper. We gonna be able to go and sell our palladium, copper, silver, and things of that nature if we need to. If WebAuth runs into, we have Alcor. If Alcor, we have WebAuth. We playing a real hand of poker. We not playing pity pat. We not playing pity pat. We playing poker. That's how we have to operate, family. Because none of us knows 100% for sure the outcome of certain things. All we can do is stand on faith. That's all we can do. But I'm not going to let somebody who comes at me in a negative manner and call me low IQ to come to this community and try to give advice when you're not operating out of your heart space. Because if you was operating out of your heart space, you would have stopped me and say, hold on, Ashen, I see what you're doing. I appreciate what you're doing, but you got a few things wrong. Let me show you how to really approach this thing. Something not right, fam. Something not right. And then I took it to the numbers, and the numbers say, I spy. Let me lie to you some more. Yep, they want everyone living in the metaverse. That is true. You see, I've been told y'all, which my decode said today. Life is death, and death is life. Did y'all see that in my decode? I want y'all to put a 1 in the chat if you saw that and you felt it in your spirit. That life is death and death is life. Put a 1 in the chat if you felt that in your spirit like me. Because I've been talking about that for a long time. I've been talking about that for a long time. What's up, Mariana? Darknet, what's going on? Kowalski, yep. All right. All right, well, fam, think about this. The best thing that could happen to us is death. See, we've been so programmed I want, fam, the sleep. I can't see the entire thing, but I appreciate that, family. The best thing that can happen to us is death. But we've been so programmed to fall in love with this physical life, not really and truly understanding that we fell into the physical from a spiritual existence. We fell into the physical from a spiritual existence. You have billions and billions of years of ancestors that are eternal, just like you, that are waiting on you to come back to that spiritual world. But we get trapped into this physical world, we fall in love with it, and we let it alter our reality. And we start living in the flesh and not in the spirit. Why do you think they want to put you in the metaverse? Why do you think they want to detach you from your creator? Why do you think they want to put a quantum tattoo on you? Because once they do that, you are no longer human. Once they do that, you can no longer go and be with your ancestors and stand at the side of the throne next to the Most High. Because you trapped in the matrix. You are trapped in the metaverse. You are trapped in the physical. You just saw life is death and death is life. So if you could never die, you trapped in death. When you die, you live. Understand that, family. Understand that, family. You want to go be back with your grandmother, your grandfather, your great-grandmother, your great-grandfather, your great-great-grandmother, your great-great-grandfather, your bloodlines that was in Egypt, your bloodlines that was in Teotihuacan, Tiwanaku, Göbekli Tepe, Chichen Itza, right? The Olmec civilization, the Aztec civilization, the Egyptian, the Ethiopian civilization, right? All the way back to Greece and Rome and all. You got people waiting on you, family, but you can't go back and be with them if you stuck in the matrix, if you stuck in the metaverse. That is their goal, to detach that umbilical cord from you in the spiritual world. So they make you fear death. But you don't realize you die every night. When you go to sleep, where do you think your soul and spirit goes? Your soul and spirit doesn't sleep. Your physical body needs rest. Your soul and spirit leaves the body and goes places you can't imagine. You just haven't decalcified your pineal gland enough to realize and to see it, because when you wake up, you forget. And then sometimes you have glimpses and pieces. You wake, you be like, did I have a dream last night? It's deep, fam. It's deep. Damn, Ashen, there was an episode on The Simpsons about Lisa Simpson's daughter trapped in the metaverse. They show you, like I say, they show you, family. They show you. They show you. They want to take your soul and trap it in this physical realm. Jesus said, who will try to save their life will lose it, and those who lose their life will save it. Exactly, Mega. All homage to Jesus. I don't worship Jesus, but I pay homage to Jesus. I have much respect for the things that Jesus said and brought to the world. X-Rapper says they want our kids. Yeah, exactly. When you dream, you go to the demon realm, the fourth dimension, where time does not exist. Okay, Ross, when you agree that, you leave your body. Every night you go to sleep, you leave your body, family. And you wake up and you don't remember where you went. If you went to sleep right now and you never woke up, do you know the difference between life and death? Right? Would you know the difference between life and death if you went to sleep right now? Cosmic Karma says Metallica's XPR on the New Shots. I'm sorry. On the Fed website as the only approved blockchain. Once you get the new things in your arm or the brain chip, you will be stuck in the metaverse. Exactly. Exactly, fam. Ross says, boom. Why do you think I move the way I move? Why do you think I'm fearless? Because I know death is a good thing for me. They would want me in this physical, because once I get in that spiritual, I'm gonna have more powers, and I can wield my powers. And they have to understand one day they gotta leave this place too, not knowing what's really waiting on them. China close to invade Taiwan, Black Swan event. That could be true. And you know it's about to take off in Venezuela also. So fam, let's understand, body will be hijacked by demons. Exactly. And the thing about it is, if you have no way to feed your family, if you have no way to pay your bills, it's anarchy everywhere you look. It's pestilence, it's disease, it's natural disasters taking place, and you got millions of dollars in your wallet, and your whole life could change overnight. All you have to do is submit to whatever request that they put on you to access your wallet. But you have to understand, there's always an inverted version. There's always, they got the yin and the yang. You have as above, so below. So there's always an option that most people will not see. I would never recommend everybody to put all their eggs in one basket. Because guess what? If it's web off, and web off does make us rich, then so be it. But if some of you don't have Anchor wallets, and those that have Anchor wallets get rich, well, guess what? You have money trapped in a web off wallet because it's linked to the federal government. Well, guess what? You're not going to have to deal with that, because I'm going to make sure I send you enough money to take care of you and your family, and I'm going to make sure this whole community does it. I'm that type, fam. And if I have money, I'm coming find you. And I'm holding your feet to the fire. We set a pact. We say, no man or woman left behind. You sitting on $10 billion. We haven't seen or heard from you. What's going on? I'm that militant, fam. I'm that militant. I'm that militant. I'm that militant. I'm going to say it again. We gonna make sure everybody's straight. We not let nobody get forced into no system, especially those that raised their frequency and was here with us, that was here in the beginning with us, and they ran into a roadblock. Ain't no such thing as roadblocks in this community. I told y'all, if I become a millionaire, I promise you, I will sit up all night airdropping nothing but money. Millions of dollars. Because I don't care about money. I care about how I look when I stand in front of my creator. And my creator said, you did a good job. I'm not going to stop doing what the Most High sent me to do because I've been threatened or whatever. Then I got to stand in front of the Most High and say I'm a coward. I'm not taking that chance, fam. Because we got to leave here one day anyway. But if you're going to leave on your terms. Leave as a warrior. Leave wielding power. Ain't nobody running. Ain't nobody hiding. Exactly. The rich fool only cared about money, not helping people or caring about the creator. Yeah, y'all hit the like button. 41 people in the building. Only 25 likes. If you are divinely cosmic, you are right. If you are divinely connected, you have no problems. Don't fear. The minute I got into numbers, fam, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was a worrier my whole life. I worried about all kind of shit because I have a super creative mind. That's why I never, even back in my days when I did my drugs, right? I never dealt with psychedelics because my mind is already so wired all kind of different ways. Anything psychedelic was, I'm telling you, my mind, I imagine things you can't imagine, fam. I imagine things you can't imagine. I'm wired that way. I'm wired that way, family. But the minute I got into these numbers and I started really communicating with my angels, even evil angels, because they let me know how they feel. They call me fat bitch. They told me F your mother. We go shoot you in the head. I get those messages, fam. And it takes a certain type of person to go to gematria and keep going after seeing those terms. Ashen, why you do KYC? I did the KYC X Rapid, but then it got removed. They removed my KYC. So I'm not KYC now. I was my anchor wallets were KYC'd in the beginning, but then they removed it because of some regulations they say I broke. Yeah, that's true, Iggy. Yeah, that is true. I seen Turning Point in my dream last night. I was decoded in my dream. That's amazing. That's amazing. See, there's too many of us waking up right now. We're becoming too powerful. We starting to tap into powers that most people can't even imagine. Right? You see, they don't let me get out because they don't want me to become mainstream. Everybody has a way of decoding numbers, but the way I do it, I took it to a whole new level, family. What's up, Mark? Is it okay to have our anchor wallet KYC and connect it to Wellball? Joy, all I'm gonna say is this. If you did KYC, change your keys and go to your XPR Explorer and make sure Webauth can't sign transactions under your wallet. But what I did was, I just got a wallet, just Webauth. I felt like the universe did that for a reason with me. It removed the KYC. My KYC was removed. Now, you have an account with green mark, so you still KYC. Who have an account with a green check mark? X-Rapid. We got Iraq in the building. Kawali girl, what's going on, fam? Yeah, I got a couple wallets with the black check mark, but I don't have no wallets with the green check mark. What wallet you see a green check mark that I have? X-Rapid, that because I don't have any wallets that's KYC. But I did have some wallets that were given to other people that you might see that green check mark. But I'm not the owner of that wallet. Also Webauth. I don't know where you seeing this at, X-Rapid. You see my wallets with green check marks? Well, well, maybe that's why the universe told me they have already verified you. Maybe that's why I got that message. Maybe that's why I got that message. Who knows? But I don't worry about money no more, fam. Either way it go. Because if something goes down with me, I think I would have made enough people millionaires and billionaires to where I shouldn't have to worry about money the rest of my life. Both Anchor and Webauth have black check marks, says Joy. Are you talking about my wallet, Joy, or yours? Oh, yours? Okay. Well, if you have the black Joy, then that's good. But make sure you change your keys. And don't forget, we have the video on the Patreon. If you haven't changed your keys, make sure you change your keys. Because you don't want Webauth to have access to your keys. That's what I'm hoping, World Boss. That's what I'm hoping. The black check mark only means, Jupiter, that you are KYC, that your Webauth wallet has been verified. Change keys for Anchor only, right? Yes, for your Anchor wallet only. And make sure y'all, if y'all change your keys, make sure you follow those instructions to the T. Make sure you take your time, because you don't want to mess up and get locked out of your own wallet. The green check mark is basically you use your social security number and you opted in to show your real name. That's the only difference between the green check mark and the black check mark. Yeah. To my knowledge, but I've seen people do it using the XPR Explorer, but I mean, I don't know how to do it that way. Like right now, I'm so paranoid on one of my wallets. Remember when Rick was telling us that we could stream our coins to ourselves? I streamed about 750,000 XPR, and I also staked about 450,000 loan tokens. And when I changed my keys and I went back to my wallet and I tried to basically accept the streaming, and my keys wouldn't work. I tried to go to Metal and unstake my 450,000 loan, it wouldn't work. And now, if I try to do it now, Metallicas won't let me because they say I'm not KYC. I actually don't know, Scoopy, but I actually don't know, fam. I don't want to give you the wrong advice. I guess that's a decision you have to make. You know, that's a decision you have to make. I don't want to, tell you something that could hurt you in the future. So that's a decision you gonna have to make. How to do KYC and WebAuth. When you go to what's up, Amthrill? When you go to your WebAuth wallet, let's say you want to send some coins to an exchange. Well, if you try to send coins to an exchange, it's gonna tell you have to verify first. And when that pops up, you click verify, and you're gonna have to like show your ID or your driver's license. You're gonna have to do all those different things. The instruction from Rick I followed, and when I tried to modify my keys on desktop, it gave me an error. And you followed the advice step by step, Jason. Because I followed the same steps and it went through for me. But the reason why, see, I'm glad you brought that up, Jason. That's why I went on and took my loss with the 700 and yes, I followed step by step. See, I don't know if you did it step by step and it gave you an error, then I mean, it could be something minor, fam. It could be something minor. Jason, you on the Patreon? All right, on Patreon, me and you go get together, fam. And I'm gonna try to help you with that. I'm gonna let you know on what day I'm off, and I'm gonna send you a message, and I'm gonna try to get in front of my computer and help you so I can see what you're seeing. Because I don't want y'all to have WebAuth showing as a signer on your XPR Explorer. You want to be outside of that. Did you change the keys on your main wallet or a secondary? On my main wallet. Yeah, my Anchor wallets, I changed the keys. KYC is only a bad thing. It is not only a bad thing, it is part of ownership too. Just centralized, controlled digital ID. Well, I was just mentioning that earlier, Chief Seats. It's a reason that they want to, and they gonna roll out more things that's gonna have to make you compliant. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I took my loss on 700. Like, do you know how 750,000 XPR and 450,000 loan could help me right now? Like, I could actually use that money, but I'm so scared to change my keys. But now. You know what? Now, but see, that's my Anchor wallet. So, if I mess up my Anchor wallet, then you can't get no more Anchor wallets. So I'm kind of scared to even mess with that. But the thing about it is, those coins are still there. So in the future, I can go back and change my keys, and then go to Metallicus and say, look, I know y'all got me, I'm not KYC, but I need y'all to allow me to unstake my coins and get my coins off of my streaming, like they did last time, but I couldn't get the keys. But they gave me access to it for like 10 minutes, where I could have just went, did my thing, got my coins, and then they would have, you know, took the option off again. So it's almost like a savings account, to be honest, because I'm going to revisit that. Like one day when XPR and Long goes to crazy prices, I'm going to go back to them. I'm going to say I need to get my coins. I should stop fear. It will be okay. Stop playing with the keys. I feel you, X-Rabbit. What I'm saying is, I can't. What I'm saying is, my wallet right now that I have, thank you, X-Jupiter, my wallet that I have right now, I can't access, you know, that money. I mean, that's like, what, 450,000 loan and 750,000 XPR. Like that's $1,000 plus that I can really use, and I hate the fact that I can't access it, and I'm not about to change my keys just to access it. So I kind of use that as a savings account. You know, we take things that happen for the worst and make it work for the better, right? What's up, Keith? All praise to the Most High. Thank you. Adding more Iraqi dinar. Most people are having a hard time finding dinar. Yep. That's why I say sometimes when bad things happen to us, we get in our feelings, but not knowing sometimes bad things happen to bring better things about. That's why we got to always keep a positive mentality. You know, keep that frequency as high as we can. Because we all go get tested. We all go through it. If nothing has broken you by now, I'm quite sure nothing will. I'm quite sure nothing will. Because my life is almost like I've been thrown in the washing machine on spin cycle. Elon tweeted a sign about Amikami today, a dragon. Wow. Pinky, I'm not allowed at the time to tell you. Guess maybe you know already. Keep searching. So true. Keep mind clean. Yup. The elections in Iraq is over. If you know already. The elections in Iraq is over. No, and things start heating up. Yup. Wellball didn't ask me about my verification. Well, what you need to do is, Pino, see if you can send, because if you can't send coins to other networks, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to be KYC operating within XPR network. But if you want to start swapping out your Ethereum, your Proton for Ethereum, and then send Ethereum to another wallet, if you're not KYC, you won't be able to make those type of transactions. Yes, I can exchange. Well, I guess you verified then, Pino. You have to be KYC to do that. But I don't, what region you live in? I have no idea. That's strange that you'd say you're not KYC, but you can, and I'm not talking about on Metallicus, I'm talking about on the Metal app. If you can swap from Proton to Ethereum on Metal, then most likely you're KYC. Pakistan, damn. Then maybe you are KYC, Pino. I have no idea. Do you have a check mark by your name on your wallet? What do you mean Metal ETH? X Rapid. What do you mean Metal ETH? Metal Ethereum? Just KYC can buy. Metal ETH? How do I find that coin? Is that a coin? The thing about it is, real time, you have to be KYC to operate within WebAll. So there's no way around it with WebAll. Metal on Ethereum. Oh, okay. Metal on Ethereum. Is that something that I could buy using the WebAuth wallet, or do I have to go to a different platform? Is that something I can get on the WebAuth wallet, or do I have to go to a different platform? Is it dangerous having your XPR on exchange? Yeah, because it's in the hand of another company. What if they go bankrupt? What if they get hacked? Yes, with KYC. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. Metal on Ethereum. If it's on the exchange, you don't own it for sure. Exactly, great. I mean, that's better than not having it at all. But, you know, you got to always try to find ways to better secure it. That's true. And I'm checking more and more on the airdrops we get on BlastPad all the time. I don't think they're fake. I think they're meaning something. Yeah, I've been saying that, family. Decentralized is the future of finance. Hey, Mega, I'm glad you brought that up. Mega, yesterday, when you was asking for my wallet address, because I checked it today just to make sure you didn't send nothing, right? Because if you did, you probably sent it to the wrong wallet. So I just wanted to make sure you didn't send nothing and sent it to the wrong wallet. I just thought about that too. I didn't send because yours don't come up. Well, that's strange, y'all, fam. It's just money. I have much, much, much more. Cheap seats. Which wallet is better for BSV? Metal Max Supply. Yeah, on Ethereum. Thank you, Amara. Is that Amara? Yeah, thank you, Amara. Yeah, Mega, they posted my wallet address just so you can have it, so you can make sure you know my wallet address. It's Panhandle STP. That's why I said it should come up. It should be coming up. For you to tell me it's not coming up, that lets me know you probably type it in a little wrong or something, you know. Proton is 666, 6 electrons, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, the number of man. Peace, Ashen and the family. How y'all doing? I've been in the live. Hope everyone taking care of themselves. Definitely, fam. Definitely, fam. All right, that's it, Mega. Appreciate it, fam. Glad you got it. Yep. That's the number of man. 6 electrons, 6 protons, 6 neutrons. Love, exactly. Let me see if I can roll this window down and see how I can fare out without no air blowing on me for a while. Hopefully I don't get hot. Because they low vibrational, family. They low vibrational. That's why, Scoopy. It's easy to put stuff like that when you behind a computer screen. Fred probably taking a day off, you know. Fred been working hard with these trolls and bots, you know. So we gonna let Fred enjoy his day off, you know. No. No, huh? That's funny. Yeah, it's definitely warm, you know. It get down to like 65 at night, you know, but during the day, you know, it's in the 70s right now. It's in the 70s right now, but when I went by Mom's, shit, it was 27. It was cold up there. I'm not ready for that brutal cold, you know. I'm not ready for that brutal cold. And what's crazy, right? Last year, was that last year or the beginning of this year? But I shit you not, way in New Orleans, I had almost 2 feet of snow on my roof. 2 feet of snow. And like on side of my house, the snow from the ground, it was like 2-3 feet tall. Like we never ever in history got that much snow all the way. I mean, you practically at the Gulf of Mexico. It's already winter where you at, Jason? Damn, 5 degrees Celsius. Wow. Like we so unprepared for that kind of weather. They closed all the bridges. They closed the roads. Thank you, Mega. They shut everything down because people down here don't have snow tires. They don't know how to drive in snow. You know, I'm kind of used to it because I lived, you know, up north for a while. So I know how it is. But down here, oh, I'm telling you, a lot of people couldn't handle it. We were shut down for about 5 days. Nobody could go to work, nothing. It was shut down. Because you have to understand, New Orleans is about If I'm not mistaken, New Orleans is about maybe 75, maybe 80 miles from the Gulf of Mexico. So basically, that's how far the snow came down. It reached almost to the Gulf and had like 2 feet of snow on top of my house. A total whiteout. But the Bible did say that we wouldn't be able to tell what season it is. It would be mother against son, daughter against father, brother against brother. We seeing it play out. I talked about wormwood in my recent decode, right? All of these things are playing out. They playing out. But the crazy thing about it is a lot of people, they are very religious, but they believe everything about the Bible, but when you go to showing them the things that's happening, they run from it. Well, it was already foretold. It was already foretold. It's like they can't believe it, but y'all believe everything else in the Bible. But now what the Bible spoke about is happening and y'all don't want to accept it. You know, that's kind of cherry picking to me. I was telling Bully Bear in his live maybe a week ago that XPR and metal migration is going to really send the prices unexpectedly to heights that people probably can't comprehend. I agree with that, Van. I agree with that. I agree with that. It's going to catch us all by surprise. Trust me. It's going to catch us all by surprise. We going to be shocked. Nah, Bully Bear not bearable guy. Nah, he not bearable guy, fam. What's up, Donald? Peace and blessings, family. Do I know about the Julian calendar? No, but you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I was just saying that I wanted to get a better understanding of the different calendars, you know, because like today is Saturday on certain calendars, but on other calendars it's a so I said I wanted to get into that because it will probably help me out more with my dates and my predictions. Yeah, what's good, Donald fam? It's the military calendar. I'm gonna take a look at that. They use it for their events. Okay. I'm glad you brought that up. They switched from Julian to Gregorian. Where we are at today, it's a different time calculation. Okay. Yeah, I had said I wanted to do some more research on that so I can understand the different calendars, the Gregorian and the Julian. Numbers for time 189. So the 18th November in Gregorian calendar is November 5th on Julian calendar. Really? So when the 18th comes, it's going to be the 5th on a Julian calendar, right? It's all the same. Interesting. They go by the moon cycles. Okay. I knew what you meant, Jason. Ashen, why you have coins with zero amount? Well, I don't know, X-Rabbit. I have a lot of different coins, so I don't know which ones you might be talking about. Thank you, Greens. Peace and blessings, family. Yeah, I believe that too, Pino. I believe that. What's up, Rashad? The moon is made from the firmament. The sun is also. They are for signs. Yep. Yeah, they about to find out soon. Cheap seats. That is an excellent way to wipe out a lot of wealth. That's an excellent way to wipe out a lot of wealth, fam. Because that's definitely their plan. And when that wealth is gone, it's gone. Me too. Yep. I feel you, Mariana. I called my son out of Egypt. That's what's up, Ross. You have a good heart, I can tell. Oh yeah, Mariana been rocking with us for a while. That's another high vibrational person right there. Big shout out to Mariana. Big shout out to Joy. You know, Amara. We got some wonderful people in this community. Some powerful women. You know what? They not gonna believe it till they see it. Then when they see it, it's too late. Yep, that's true. The Most High is watching everything. You see, y'all have to remember how early we are, because you got to understand the masses of the people are not paying attention to the things we paying attention to. Ashin, sorry, but a few people will see my money. I feel you, fam. I feel you, X-Rapid. I feel you. I feel you on that. It's a lot of people that could have seen money from me, but they won't, because they showed their true hands, you know? They showed their true hands, which is the best part of life, is getting to see how people really feel when they to you who they really are. What's going on, Max? That's why I say most of the people, a lot of the people that I'm gonna help is people who don't even know it's coming. And then when they ask me why, I'm gonna tell them, ask the Most High. Ask the Most High. But the ones that's gonna be expecting it, Hashem, you think they will use the release of GTA 6 to distract the people? That's Grand Theft Auto. But they use everything to distract the people, fam. They use everything to distract the people. That's right, Knight Rider. That's true, Ross. Out of all the things that's happening in the world right now, all CNN talking about is Trump, right? But you got a whole lot of the military over there in Venezuela. You caught me. You caught me. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. You know, I'm a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. I don't know if you can still get XD Wave on spot, but I had got a good deal on XD Wave. I got a good position on XD Wave right now. But like I was saying, fam, with all the stuff going on, right? Everything is a distraction. Everything is a distraction to take your attention off what you should be focusing on. All of this stuff about food stamps and you know, I mean, everything is a distraction, fam. They have dumbed the people down. XD Wave have moved the scam coin. I guess that's a good sign, right, X-Rapid? James says, my ancestors are from Opelousas. We might be kinfolk. We might be, fam. If your ancestors from Opelousas, right, that means you come from that you might come from the Tartarians. I told you, Louisiana is not your average state. They got pyramids in Louisiana that people don't even know about. Ocean, do you own any X402 AI standard coins? Never heard of them. Never heard of them. Yes, it's possible to get XD Wave on spot. All right, good looking out, Mariana. Good looking out. This is an old world. They lied. They definitely lied. They definitely lied about that. They got a pyramid, right? Probably about maybe 30 miles from where I am right now. It's out there and it's in the water though. But when the water, sometimes the water level drops a little and you can see the pyramid. They have pictures of it. You can go on YouTube later and type in pyramid in St. Charles Parish. They got pyramids in Louisiana. You have a place called Poverty Mound or Poverty something. Is just as old as the pyramids, 3,000 something years old. So the Louisiana culture is more ancient than many of you realize. Ross says Louisiana is Egypt. I wouldn't doubt that, fam, because I know Egypt is definitely on this continent. They filled the lake to water to cover it. Filled the lake to water with water to cover it. I believe that. What's up, good pro Welt? I was called out. That's true. It is Egypt. I'm telling you, fam. Everything that they've told us about history was a lie. Everything they told us about history is a lie. And y'all go experience it. Because when we get this wealth, I'm gonna bring this whole community to New Orleans, and I'm gonna let y'all feel the energy. I'm gonna let y'all feel the energy when you come to New Orleans. There is no place like this city. Yeah, that is no coincidence they built a pyramid in Egypt, right? I mean, a pyramid in Memphis. Did you know that the Nile, the river that you know as the Nile, is actually the Mississippi River? Yeah, Max, we go. I'm working on it. Every chance I get, I jot some different names down. I jot different names down. But I'm gonna bring this community. I'm gonna bring y'all to New Orleans, and we gonna have a good time. Maybe Mardi Gras, maybe French Quarter Fest. You know, it's gonna be something along those lines. But I want y'all to see the culture, see the Indians, the New Orleans Indians, how we second line down here. Everything is different. Oh, we know they distorted the Bible. Utah is the real Judah. Rashad says, say Wody. What's Sam, fam? That's how we say it. What's Sam? Iggy B says, I'm bringing beads. Man, you go get a lot of them at the parades, Iggy. Trust me. Y'all go, I'm telling y'all I love Mardi Gras. I'm gonna live Mardi Gras out because I've been doing that all my life. It was such a big thing growing up. But you know, as I got older, you know, I just don't do the crowds no more. Because you know, this younger generation, you know, they know how to mess something up. But it's an awesome experience, you know. You have the different parades like the Bacchus, the Endymion, you know, you have Thoth, Well, you have the Nam Tok. You have a lot of different parades down here. That's y'all have a good time. You know, have a good time. And then you know we got the French Quarters. Got the French Quarters. And that's a whole world within itself. Bourbon Street, that's a whole world within itself. You just gotta understand when you go on, if y'all come down here, you go on Bourbon Street, you know, when you walking down Bourbon Street, they got different levels. The first 5, 6 blocks, you good. You go past that, you going towards Sugar Land, if you know what I mean. And if you go past that, then you in the area where the vampire is at. So yeah, New Orleans a whole different city, fam. Trust me. But you do have vampires down there, and got some other things down there, you know. The world continent maps will change between 2027 and 2030. New York will be covered by water, and the whole West Coast too. They even have shown the LA. I can't pronounce that. Talking about it. I know the witches and vampires, definitely. You know we big on voodoo down here, so you know. If they real vampires down there, definitely, Amara. They got real vampires down here, I'm telling you. Ross, you lived in New Orleans before? Have you ever heard of Glenn Metz or Meatball? Of course. That's street legends in the city. I ran the streets enough to know the big names, you know. On Wall Boulevard, all right, Ross. And Gretna. That's what I'm talking about, fam. On Wall Boulevard in Gretna. That's crazy. I know exactly what you're talking about, fam. Now, if you keep going way back in the back of Wall, that's where the big money at now. So don't tell me you was back there with the big money. Yeah, vampire is real, especially in New Orleans. I'm telling you, you go see him. Come down here, you go see him. Come down here, you go see them. They got real vampires in New Orleans. And that voodoo in New Orleans on a whole nother level. You get a little bit of everything in this city, fam. We got the best food. I am the money. That's what's up, Ross. Yeah, I heard about the vampires too on YouTube. Ashen confirmed it. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. You got the vampires in New Orleans. Reptilians. You got a lot of ghosts down here too. You have no idea how many supernatural experiences I witnessed in this city. One of them was on Mardi Gras Day. One was on Mardi Gras Day. I think I was probably I can't remember my age. I don't know if I was a teenager or a little older. I think I was a teenager. But it was Mardi Gras Day. And you know, on Mardi Gras, it's people everywhere. So we left off St. Charles Avenue, heading back to the projects where I was living at the time, which was called the St. Thomas. And as we was leaving, me, my mother, everybody was leaving, I had to use the bathroom. And you know, I had to do a number one. But it's so many people out, I don't want to offend nobody. So I ran ahead of my mom and them, and I hurry up. I was like a block ahead of them. And when I ran to the house, I opened the door. And when I opened the door, I ran upstairs to use the bathroom. Now my mama had beads hanging up. Y'all ever saw the houses where people have beads hanging up in the doorway? And when you walk from the living room to the kitchen, you walk through the beads. My mama had nothing but beads hanging up, right? So I'm upstairs. When I went in the bathroom, nobody there. So I just left the door open as I'm using the bathroom. As I'm using the bathroom, I just heard a sound. And I'm like, who that is? So I'm thinking my little brother came in the back door trying to scare me, right? So I'm standing up there talking to myself like, man, you can't scare me. I already know that's you. That's what I'm saying to myself as I'm using the bathroom, right? Now, as I started walking down the stairs, I'm starting to see beads all on the stairs hanging over the railing, right? Because you know, when you're going down the stairs, you got a railing and it's beads on the railing, beads all over the floor, all over the sofa. So I saw them beads and I instantly knew my little brother came in through the back door and tried to scare me. Because the front door, we had one of those big solid wood doors that'll expand. And when you try to open the door, it makes a screeching sound that'll you just couldn't imagine. It was just a screeching sound. So when I didn't hear that screeching sound, I'm like, nobody came through the front door. That's my little brother coming in the back door trying to scare me, right? So I walk in the kitchen, and when I walks in the kitchen, beads all over the table and everything. And I'm still talking. I'm like, Sad, where you at? You can come out. But something told me look at the back door. And you know, by us living in the projects, my mama had two hinges on side of the back door with a 2x4 that locks into it. So if somebody try to push in the door, the 2x4 catches it. So when I saw that 2x4 behind the door, I'm like, wait a minute. And boy, did I take off running toward that front door. And when I got to that front door, soon as I opened it, I walked out. My mom and them was just getting in front of the house. And I told my mom, I said, Ma, guess what happened? Something knocked all the beads all over the house. My mama said, I don't care if it was a ghost. I don't care if it was a spirit. You about to pick them up. So I had to get up in there and get all them beads up, pick them up, and string them back up the way they was. But what could happen naturally to make beads fly everywhere? Like if them beads would have just fell down, they would have fell and stayed right down on the floor. They wouldn't be on top of the kitchen table. They wouldn't be on the stairs. And I always say something followed me in the house. On Mardi Gras Day, I would never forget that. What's up, Dr. Alicia? I would never forget that, fam. I would never forget that. Amara, well, the first sign you go get is the way they dress. You go see how they dress. You go see how they dress. Now you got the, what's up, Elise? You got the gothic element down there that just dress like that. But you go know the difference when you see the real vampires. Because first off, you're not going to see them during the daytime. You only see them at night. And you can feel it. You can feel it. You be like, nah, I don't get I'm about to get away from around them. They don't be out like they trying to have a good time, or they be out like they pray. They trying to pray. So yeah, vampires are real, fam. Same thing for werewolves. You got werewolves in New Orleans too. Go look at the video that the guy did about the werewolf that he witnessed rip a guy to pieces in New Orleans. It's on YouTube. It's like a 2-hour documentary where the guy spoke about the werewolf in New Orleans. So we live in a strange world, family. MP Materials, uranium, stock of the future. I held the uranium stocks in the past too, but I sold them. All coming from the dumbs. Werewolves in New Orleans. Definitely, family. Go. If you think I'm bullshitting, go on YouTube and type in werewolf experience in New Orleans, and you go find that video. I'm telling you. When I was growing up, they had something called the pig people. The pig people. Y'all have no idea. New Orleans is a different animal, fam. What you need to power the AI data centers. I don't understand what you mean, at least what you need to power the AI data centers. Oh, uranium. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Ross says, I remember the pig people. I'm telling you, fam. Now the pig people was in an area called Gerktown. I've been there once. I don't know if I want to go back now since you told me the story of the werewolf. Nah, you gonna be good, Amara. You gonna be good. Your frequency, you ain't got to worry about nothing messing with you because of your frequency. You divinely protected, family. You divinely protected. But they got some things down here, fam. Don't talk about what they got out in them swamps. They got some things out in them swamps too. Many black magic in New Orleans seems so. Yeah, a lot of black magic also. A lot of black mass take place down here, you know. Yeah, the fleur-de-lis. Yeah, your frequency does protect you, definitely. Yep. When you said pig people, I thought of the old Twilight Zone episode. Damn. That's crazy. Bro said, I've seen much. I'm telling you, man. New Orleans is a different city. Yeah, that's the logo of the Italian elite family. Yep, the fleur-de-lis. I've been doing good as of lately too, like only eating once a day. I've been doing good, fam. Only once a day. And I only eat after like after 5. I try to eat after 5, you know. So I've been that's a major step for me, because like I say, you know, we have to start eating better and treating our bodies better, you know. Lee says, push it to the limit. All I'm saying is I started, and I'm gonna complete my journey. That's what's up, Night Rider. What about the Alfa Romeo logo, a lizard eating a man? Wow, that's crazy. I used to like the Twilight Zone, a lot of episodes for Tell the Future. That's crazy. That was a good show though. Night Rider movie means Proton Rider. I got another big decode for y'all too. Something that I noticed, that it was something that Marshall Hanna posted, and I think he posted something that went over a lot of people's heads that I zeroed in on. So I'm gonna have that video up for y'all tomorrow, but that's gonna be an awesome decode also, because they always speaking if you listening. What's up, S44? Peace and blessings, family. Yep. I got you, good pro wealth. Yep. Somebody posted it on the Patreon, to be honest, and I caught it. Key date 29/26, followed by Blackout of the Sun in August 7/29/2026. I got you, Ross. I got you, fam. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with your family. I do too. 23rd is a key date, maybe midnight tonight. 23rd is a key date, maybe midnight tonight. I'm just waiting on that God candle, fam. Ashen, do you know the invention they built to see the crucifixion of Jesus? I forgot the name. No, I don't know that, fam. Ashen, why do you feel that you get energy from me? Some because anything I'm thinking about, you come up with that subject a day later. That's called collective consciousness, family. That's called collective consciousness. We connected. Y'all might, some of y'all might not realize it, but we all connected. The more we congregate, the more we build on the frequency, the more we come more and more entangled. I got you, Mega. I got you on that. You done mentioned that a couple of times. I got you. I got you. Do you think the RV will happen this year? I've been hearing it will. I've been hearing it will. I've been hearing it will. So that's another iron we got in the fire, family. Well, fam, that's about my time, because I got to get to this restroom. I've been drinking all these drinks. So IQD blessing for sure, fam. But once again, another good live stream. I appreciate you all. Thank y'all for raising the frequency. Let's keep up this good work. Let's stay positive. Let's stay motivated. Once again, I love you all. I appreciate you all. And we gonna have more to talk about. We gonna have more to talk about, fam. There's never a dull day inside this community. There's always something to talk about. Always something going on, right? But I appreciate y'all so much. I appreciate the great work y'all do and the help that y'all bring to this community and the help with raising this frequency, right? It puts us on a higher plateau, you know? And it's a good feeling to be part of something when you know, when you're dealing with like-minded people who see what you see, feel what you feel, experience what you experience, you know? because there's not many of us out here like that, fam. But God brought us together, and God gonna take us over the hill. So I'll go work on that decode that I was talking about, and probably in about 2 days I'll be back with a live stream, and I know we gonna have something to talk about. Thank all y'all for y'all good comments. Thank everybody for the super chats. I appreciate you all. Let's keep up the good work, fam. We doing a good job. We not gonna get distracted. We not gonna fall off. Let's keep up the great work. So all y'all have a blessed day. I love y'all. Starship out.